At the time I'm telling you about, the Philistines were mustering for war to fight Israel. Now, some years back, David had left Saul. He had taken up Goliath's sword and gone to Goliath's city, Gath, and put himself in the service of the Philistine king Achish. Achish said to David, "You know, of course, you'll go to battle with me, you and your men." And David said to Achish, "All right then, you'll find out what your servant will do." And Achish said, "All right, I'll make you my bodyguard for life." Now Samuel had died, and all Israel mourned for him. And they buried him at Ramah, his own town. And Saul had expelled the mediums and wizards from the land. The Philistines mustered, and they went and pitched camp at Shunem. And Saul mustered all Israel, and they pitched camp at Gilboa. When Saul saw the camp of the Philistines, he was afraid, and his heart trembled violently within him. He consulted Yahweh, and Yahweh gave him no answer. Not by dream, not by divination, not by prophet. So Saul said to his servants, "Find a medium for me so that I can go and consult her." And his servants said, "There's a medium at Endor." So Saul went out, he and 2 men with him, and they went to the woman by night. "Foretell the future for me," he said, "by means of a ghost. Bring up the one that I shall name to you." The woman said to him, "You know what Saul's done. He's expelled the mediums and wizards from the land. Why are you setting a trap for my life to have me killed?" But Saul swore to her by Yahweh, "As Yahweh lives, no blame will attach to you for this business." The woman said, "Who shall I bring up for you?" He said, "Bring up Samuel." Then the woman saw Samuel, and giving a great cry, she said, "Why have you deceived me? You are Saul." The king said, "Don't be afraid. What do you see?" She said, "An old man rising up, a spirit from the ground." He said to her, "What does he look like?" She said, "An old man rising up, wrapped in a cloak." And Saul knew then it was Samuel. And he bowed himself face to the ground and prostrated himself. Samuel said, "Why have you disturbed me by bringing me up?" Saul said, "I'm in distress. The Philistines are waging war against me. God has turned away from me and does not answer me anymore, not by prophet and not by dream. And so I have summoned you to tell me, what should I do?" Samuel said, "Why consult me when Yahweh has abandoned you and become your enemy?" because you did not obey Yahweh's voice. You did not execute his fierce anger against Amalek. That is why Yahweh is doing this thing to you today. Yahweh will give all Israel into the hand of the Philistines, and you too. Tomorrow, you and your sons will be with me. And the camp of Israel, Yahweh will give into the hand of the Philistines. Saul immediately fell full length on the ground. He was terrified by what Samuel had said, and there was no strength in him because he had not eaten all that day and night. The woman went to him, and seeing his panic, she said, "Your servant has obeyed your order. I took my life in my hands and obeyed the command that you gave to me. Now then, you in your turn, obey the command of your servant. Let me give you a piece of bread. Eat something. Get some strength for your journey." He refused. "I will not eat." But his servants pressed him, and so did the woman, and he obeyed them. He got up from the ground and sat on the bed. The woman had a fattened calf in the house, which she quickly slaughtered, and she took some flour and kneaded it and baked unleavened cakes and brought them to Saul and his servants, and they ate. Then they rose and went the same night.